Welcome back everyone to another episode of Mumbles. Today we'll be doing a game review. And we will be reviewing Neverend. Now this is a $2.99 2D dungeon crawler game whose main goal is for you to survive and explore the area. Now, the graphics in this game are Minecraft-ish graphics. There's nothing special about them. They're not that great. But for $2.99, what can you expect? You're getting decent graphics. Soundtrack in this game, there's not much to the soundtrack, just dungeon sounds really. You know, maybe the enemies will sound occasionally. But besides that, there's really not much sound to this game. Now let's talk about the controls. The controls of this game are hard to use. Just the way that the game was built, like when using your sword, it's hard sometimes to know exactly how close you have to be to an enemy in order to be able to strike them. And if you get too close and they move, then you could die rather easily. So the controls on this game are a little bit difficult to master, so do be aware of that. Now the gameplay itself. This game is basically a dungeon crawler. And as you go through it, you can buy things such as new swords, you can buy things like that, you can buy potions, you can use potions. But the main goal of this game is to explore and have fun in the dungeon. So maybe you want to buy a fishing rod and go fishing or something like that. You can do things like that in this game. But be aware that there is not much more to this game than exactly what it is. Explore the dungeon, don't die. You have 3 hearts each time you spawn, and you can replenish them by using things such as potions. But if you get hit 3 times, you're dead. You're done, and you have to restart all over again. There's no save mechanic in this game, so you do have to be aware of that. Okay. Now the final thing I want to talk about is the combat. The combat in this game, I'm sorry, is just not very good. It is a hard to control game. It is hard to know where to line up so that you can hit that enemy and then get away. While you do have a shield that can be used, the shield doesn't seem to do much in my opinion, as you have to be so precise in order to block an enemy that it's just kind of lame to use. You would be better off going slash 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 run, slash 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 run, slash 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 run. There's no blocking in this like there is in Assassin's Creed. Now let's talk about the cons. The first con is there is no story to this game. So, you know, when there's a game that doesn't have any story, it either has to have fantastic gameplay or, you know, it has to draw me in somehow. And this game didn't do that. Now another con is it's very repetitive. Rooms are overused in this game. So maybe there'll be a room with water on the floor, and you'll go through the door on the front, and there'll be another room with water on the floor, and you'll go through the room on the left, and there'll be another room with water on the floor. You can just see where the creator didn't exactly put, you know, a lot of new areas into this game. So you will see some repetition in that regard. Now, there is not a lot of replayability to this game. That's the third con. And that is always a bummer because once you go through this game a couple times, you're going to be like, why am I still playing this? And that's always a bummer. The final con to this game is there's no real direction given in this game. This is a big one for me. When you put me in a game and you don't tell me, oh, you're supposed to do this, 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 and this, I get kind of lost and bored. Like, you don't tell me in this game how I earn money. Am I earn it from beating enemies? How do I earn money so I can buy things at the shop? You don't tell me in this game what the purpose of the statue in the first level that I can hit and do 1 damage to, but it just stands there. You don't tell me things like that, and when you don't tell me things like that, it gets frustrating for the player. Now we all know I love giving companies their due, but I gotta be honest on this Mumble review. This game just didn't really impress me, but you have to take into account it's only a $2.99 game. This game is gonna get a 4 out of 10. It's $2.99, and there is some fun here to be had, but for the most part, it is just not a top-of-the-line game. But if it even looks a little interesting to you at $2.99, you might as well get it because you can get a couple hours of fun out of this game. I have no doubt, trying to master it, trying to explore the entire dungeon. There's so much there to explore that you will have a good time with it. It's just if you're buying this game, oh, you know, oh, the new Neverend came out. No, you're not going to be like that. It's going to be like one of those games you see and you're like, oh, let me try this. And you try it and you're going to like it, but you're not going to go back to it all the time. So 4 out of 10. I know it's a lower score. $2.99 game though. If I was just rating this game on purely alone $2.99 game, this would get a 7 or 8. But as it is, I have to take everything into account. So 4 out of 10 with it being compared to all the other games out there. 7 out of 10 if I was just comparing it to other $2.99 games. Anyways guys, this has been another episode of Mumbles. I want to thank you so much for joining me Please smack that subscribe button, smack the like button, smack all those buttons. Now we'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye everyone, take care.